Kids are out, but dealers still chase you with a family-size crossover payment. Empty nesters need something different now. Quieter cabins, easier seats, calmer highway miles, and cheaper running costs. These 8 cheap cars fit the new life better than most crossovers. Number 1 is the Toyota sedan, which many buyers should test first. Number 8, Ford Fusion SE 2.5, 2017 to 2019. Downsizing should not feel like punishment, and that is why the Ford Fusion SE makes sense as the affordable first step after the old family hauler. We are looking at 2017 to 2019 Fusion SE sedans with the 2.5-liter 4-cylinder, not the turbo trims that can bring extra heat, extra parts, and extra worry. This car fits the empty nester life because the back seat is still useful when grown kids visit, but you are not dragging around 3 rows, giant tires, and a big crossover payment every day. The cabin is not luxury silent, but it is calm enough for highway errands, weekend visits, and the kind of 2-person driving that becomes normal after the house gets quiet. The front seats are friendly, the doors are not tiny, and entry and exit feel easier than a low compact without climbing into a tall SUV. On the highway, the Fusion feels stable, predictable, and relaxed. It does not bounce around like some cheap small cars, and it does not make every lane change feel like work. Running costs can be friendlier than a larger family vehicle because tires are smaller, fuel use is lighter, and insurance may be lower depending on coverage and location. Current pricing usually sits around $8,000 to $14,000, depending on year, miles, condition, and trim, which keeps it well below most newer crossovers. The honest caveat is simple. Avoid rough turbo cars, check transmission behavior, suspension noise, infotainment function, and tire wear. A good Fusion should shift smoothly, stop straight, and cruise at 70 miles per hour without vibration. The dealer trick is making a crossover sound more practical just because it sits higher. Do not buy height if what you need is comfort, economy, and easier daily use. Choose this car when you want the lowest cost entry into a comfortable empty nest sedan without jumping straight into luxury pricing. It is a sensible reset car. Not flashy, not special, just a calmer way to stop paying for sizes you no longer use. One more reason the Fusion works here is emotional, not just mechanical. After years of buying around car seats, school bags, and family schedules, you may want a car that feels normal again. The Fusion gives enough room for guests, but it does not make every grocery run feel like you are still driving the family bus. Check seat foam, door seals, and highway wind noise, because comfort is the whole point. The next car is bigger and more comfortable, but the badge keeps it cheaper than it should be. Number 7. Hyundai Azera, 2015 to 2016. Forgotten name value is the whole reason the Hyundai Azera belongs here, because most shoppers forgot Hyundai even built a big sedan this comfortable. We are talking about the 2015 to 2016 Azera, or Azera, limited with the 3.3-liter V6. This car fits empty nesters who do not need kid-hauling chaos anymore, but still want a wide cabin, soft seats, and a relaxed highway ride without paying luxury brand money. The Azera feels more premium than its used price suggests. The seats are broad, the cabin has real shoulder room, and entry and exit are easier than in a low sporty sedan, because the doors open wide and the cabin feels generous. It is not a small parking lot toy, but it is still easier to live with than a large SUV that was bought for a life you already finished. On the highway, it is smooth, quiet, and confident enough for visiting grown kids, weekend hotel trips, airport drives, or 2-person vacations where you want space without bulk. Running costs can be lower than keeping a larger family SUV, especially in terms of tires, fuel, and purchase price. Current prices usually fall around $8,000 to $15,000, depending on miles and trim. That creates a strong value pocket because buyers chase Avalon, ES, and crossovers first. The honest caveat is that the cheap premium feel still needs adult maintenance. Check electronics, suspension wear, oil leaks, tire age, seat controls, climate settings, and service records. Do not let leather and a clean detail erase missing history. On the test drive, listen for suspension knocks, make sure the transmission shifts cleanly, test every power feature, and hold highway speed long enough to judge road noise. The dealer trick is selling it as luxury for less, while skipping the boring checks that decide whether it will stay cheap. Choose this car when you want the closest premium feel for the least money, and do not care that most shoppers forgot the name. It is the quiet bargain for a household that wants comfort back, not another monthly payment pretending to be practicality. Also, Remember that the Azera is not common, so condition matters more than badge loyalty. A clean one with records is a comfortable bargain, but a neglected one with cheap tires and failing electronics is just a quiet problem. Make sure the seat fits your back, the steering wheel adjusts where you need it, and the cabin stays calm after 20 minutes. The next sedan gives all-weather calm without forcing you back into an SUV. If this straight, empty nest car talk helps you, subscribe. We show comfortable cars, costly traps, and simple checks before dealers upsell you. Number 6. Subaru Legacy 2.5 RI 2017 to 2019. Bad weather confidence does not have to mean another tall vehicle, and the Subaru Legacy proves that point in a calmer, lower, easier package. The target is the 2017 to 2019 Legacy 2.5i Premium or Limited with the non-turbo 2.5-liter engine. This car fits empty nesters who still drive in rain, snow, or rough weather, but no longer need the bulk of a family SUV in the driveway. The seat height is friendly, visibility is strong, and the cabin layout is simple enough that you are not fighting controls every time you want heat, defrost, or radio volume. Entry and exit feel natural, not too low and not like climbing into a truck. Cabin noise is not Lexus-level silent, but it is calm enough for steady highway miles and daily errands. On longer drives, the Legacy feels planted and confident. It is the kind of car that quietly lowers stress because standard all-wheel drive gives grip without crossover size. Running costs can make sense compared with the bigger vehicle being replaced. You get weather confidence in a car body, which can mean lower purchase price, better fuel use, and less bulk than many crossovers. Current pricing usually lands around $10,000 to $17,000, depending on trim, miles, and condition. The honest caveat is the CVT. Service history matters. Check transmission behavior, wheel bearings, oil leaks, suspension wear, tire matching, and all-wheel drive behavior. On the test drive, listen for humming at highway speed, feel for shudder or delayed response, and make sure all 4 tires match closely. Subaru systems do not like lazy tire choices. The dealer trick is saying it has all-wheel drive, so it is basically an SUV. No, that is how they try to move you back into a larger payment. The Legacy gives you weather confidence without buying more height than you need. Choose this car when you want simple daily comfort, bad weather trust, and less bulk than a crossover. It fits empty nesters who still drive year-round, still take longer trips, and want a car that feels secure without feeling oversized. The next car brings the big trunk back for road trips without bringing back the family hauler payment. Number 5. Chevrolet Impala V6 2016 to 2018. Rental lot stigma makes the Impala easy to dismiss, but empty nesters should look past the image and notice the space, seats, and highway calm. We are focusing on 2016 to 2018 Impala LT, or Premier sedans, with the 3.6-liter V6. This car fits the life stage because you may not haul kids every day anymore, but you still need luggage space, golf bags, folding chairs, airport runs, and room for grown family visits. The Impala gives that without forcing you into a crossover. The front seats are wide, the cabin is open, the doors are large, and entry and exit are easier than in many smaller sedans because the doorway and seat area feel generous. Cabin noise is calmer than the rental stigma suggests, especially when the tires are good and the suspension is not worn out. On the highway, the V6 gives confident passing. The wheelbase feels steady, and the car settles into interstate miles without wearing you out. Compared with a larger family vehicle, running costs can drop because you avoid SUV tires, SUV fuel use, and SUV pricing. Current prices usually sit around $9,000 to $18,000, depending on miles, trim, condition, and fleet history. The caveat is right there. Fleet history. Avoid abused rental or commercial use cars unless the price is sharp and the inspection is clean. Check cold start timing chain noise, warm transmission shifts, wheel bearing hum, front suspension clunks, brake feel, and service records. On a long test drive, hold 70 miles per hour and listen. A good Impala should feel quiet, solid, and easy. A tired one will hum, clunk, wander, or smell hot. The dealer trick is either dismissing it as boring inventory or pretending a loaded Premier erases hard use. It does not. Records, tires, fluids, and suspension condition matter more than chrome trim. Choose this car when you want big trunk travel comfort without paying crossover prices. It is best for empty nesters who still pack for road trips, visit family, and want one big, calm sedan instead of another bulky family vehicle. The Impala also works well when one partner wants space, and the other wants easier parking than an SUV. It is not tiny, but the shape is familiar, the trunk is useful, and the cabin feels open without feeling truck-like. Check seat comfort on both sides, because this life stage often means both people in the car actually care how the ride feels. The next sedan gives luxury calm, but the controls need to make sense before you buy it. Number 4. Lincoln MKZ Non-Hybrid 2013 to 2016. Luxury temptation gets tricky after the house quiets down, and the Lincoln MKZ is the car to test when you want premium comfort without new luxury pain. The target is a 2013 to 2016 MKZ non-hybrid. For lower running costs, the 2-liter gas model is the calmer choice, while the 3.7 V6 can feel smoother, but deserves a harder inspection. This car fits empty nesters because fewer daily family duties often make comfort matter differently. You start noticing seat softness, cabin noise, sound quality, and whether a long drive leaves you relaxed or annoyed. The MKZ can deliver a quiet cabin, soft front seats, available heated and cooled seats, and a more upscale feel than many mainstream sedans in the same price range. Entry and exit are sedan-like, so do not assume it works for your body. Sit, adjust, step out, and repeat before you buy. On the highway, the MKZ feels calm, composed, and more expensive than its price when everything is healthy. Compared with the larger family vehicle you may be replacing, it can lower purchase cost, reduce bulk, and still make driving feel a little special again. Current prices usually run from $9,000 to $16,000. The honest caveat is controls. Some buyers hate the touch-sensitive layout and screen response. Test climate controls, audio, backup camera, seat motors, heated and cooled seats, suspension noise, transmission shifts, and all-wheel drive behavior if equipped. The dealer trick is saying luxury for less while avoiding the question that matters. Can you use the controls easily every single day? A car can be plush and still be annoying if the interface fights you. Choose this car when you want quiet, premium comfort, without paying for a luxury badge at new car prices, but only if the controls feel natural to you. It fits empty nesters who want the cabin to feel rewarding after years of practical choices without going back to a large SUV. Spend extra time with the controls before falling for the quiet cabin. A car can feel premium on the test drive and become frustrating after a week if changing temperature or volume takes too much focus. Empty nesters need less distraction, not more. If the screen lags or the touch controls annoy you, that annoyance will not get better after purchase. The next Buick is newer, calmer, and built almost exactly for this stage of life. Subscribe if you want smarter, comfort picks without dealership smoke. We compare seats, noise, entry, and real running costs before you buy. Number 3. Buick LaCrosse V6, 2017 to 2019. Crossover sales buried the LaCrosse, and that is exactly why this Buick becomes one of the best empty nest comfort plays. We are looking at 2017 to 2019 LaCrosse Preferred, Essence, Premium, or Avenir models with the V6, though Preferred and Essence usually make the smartest value trims. This car fits empty nesters because it focuses on what life actually feels like now. 2 adults, calmer drives, fewer daily passengers, lower noise, easier seats, and less reason to keep an oversized family vehicle. The LaCrosse is the quiet cabin pick. The seats are wide, the doors feel generous, and the driving position is relaxed without forcing you to climb up or drop too low. Cabin noise is low, road harshness is muted, and long highway stretches feel smoother than many popular crossovers. On the interstate, it cruises like it was built for distance, not stop-and-go drama. Running costs can be much easier to accept than buying another large family vehicle, especially when the purchase price already reflects Buick depreciation. Current prices usually sit around $11,000 to $19,000, depending on year, trim, miles, and condition. The honest caveat is features. More equipment means more checks. Test electronics, heated and cooled seats if equipped, screen response, parking sensors, wheel bearings, suspension noise, transmission behavior, and every climate control function. A quiet cabin means nothing if the seat motor fails or the screen acts possessed. The dealer trick is pushing the highest trim as the comfortable choice, when in essence may deliver nearly the same daily comfort for less money. Do not pay for Avenir Pride if the budget trim already gives you the quiet ride you came for. Choose this car when you want the quietest empty nest sedan here. And comfort matters more than badge prestige. It fits the buyer who has finished the family hauler chapter and now wants a calm car that makes errands, highway drives, and weekend travel feel easier. The LaCrosse also has a strong argument for couples who still take longer drives, but no longer want the bulk of a 3-row vehicle. It feels grown up without being loud about it. Check tire quality closely, because cheap tires can ruin the quietness that makes this Buick special. If the ride feels noisy, look at the tires before blaming the whole car. The next car is where quiet turns into full luxury, but the inspection still matters. Number 2. Lexus ES350 2013 to 2015. After years of buying around everyone else, the Lexus ES350 feels like the first car bought around peace, comfort, and quiet. The target is the 2013 to 2015 ES350 with the 3.5-liter V6. This car fits a two-person household that values low fatigue more than cargo height, third rows, or a rugged image. The cabin is soft without feeling silly. The front seats are supportive, and road noise stays low enough that long drives feel shorter. Entry and exit need a real test because every driver is different, but the wide front area, smooth seat position, and relaxed cabin make it easier to live with than many smaller sedans. On the highway, this is the long drive comfort pick. The V6 is smooth, the steering is calm, and the cabin stays silent enough for easy conversation. Compared with a larger family SUV, the ES can lower fuel, tire, and purchase costs, while giving a more peaceful ride than many newer mainstream crossovers. Current prices usually run $12,000 to $19,000, depending on miles, condition, and records. The honest caveat is that Lexus does not mean free repairs. Watch water pump seepage, timing cover leaks, worn struts, ignition coils, tire wear, old rubber, and maintenance gaps. On the test drive, listen cold, drive warm, check air conditioning, feel for smooth shifts, and hold highway speed long enough to judge seat comfort and road noise. The dealer trick is using the Lexus badge to justify a high price on a car that still needs tires, brakes, struts, or leak repairs. Do not buy the emblem. Buy the condition. Choose this car when you want Lexus-level quiet without stepping into new luxury pricing or crossover bulk. It fits empty nesters who want the car to feel like a reward but not a reckless one. If your new life includes weekend drives, visits across state lines, quieter errands, and less hauling, the ES makes more sense than many taller vehicles that only look practical. A good ES changes how you think about distance. A 2-hour drive feels easier when the seat supports you, the cabin stays quiet, and the engine never sounds strained. That is where empty nest comfort becomes real. You are not buying speed. You are buying lower fatigue, fewer sharp noises, and a car that makes errands feel less draining. And number 1 is the Toyota sedan that gives the best mix of comfort, value, easy ownership, and trust. Number 1. Toyota Avalon 2013 to 2017. Buying around comfort instead of kids changes everything, and the Toyota Avalon is what many empty nesters should have tested before another crossover. We're talking about 2013 to 2017. Avalon XLE, XLE Premium, Touring, or Limited. This car fits the life stage because it is roomy without being oversized, quiet without being complicated, and comfortable without pretending to be something it is not. You get wide seats, large doors, simple controls, a calm cabin, and a driving position that reduces fatigue on long days. Entry and exit are easier than in smaller sedans because the doorway and seat area feel more forgiving. The back seat is big enough for grown passengers, but you are not paying daily penalties for a third row you barely use. On the highway, the Avalon is stable, silent, and relaxed. It makes more sense on long interstate drives than many small crossovers that sell on height and image. Compared with replacing the family vehicle with another new crossover, the Avalon gives near-luxury comfort with Toyota repair familiarity and used car depreciation already baked in. Current prices usually sit around $10,000 to $19,000, depending on trim, miles, and condition. The honest caveat is that even a Toyota needs inspection. Check water pump seepage, timing cover leaks, suspension wear, tire condition, electronics, transmission smoothness, and service records. On the test drive, do not rush. Sit for a few minutes, adjust the seat, reach the controls, drive at 70 miles per hour. Listen for tire roar, wind noise, clunks, and vibration. A good Avalon should make the drive feel calmer, not busier. The dealer trick is steering you toward a crossover because everyone wants one now. That is not advice. That is inventory pressure. Choose this car when you want the best all-around empty nest sedan. Comfortable, quiet, trusted, spacious, and easier to own than another oversized family vehicle. It is number one because it fits the new life instead of dragging the old one around. The Avalon does not ask you to impress anybody. It asks where you want to drive next, and it makes the trip feel easier. The Avalon also gives you room for life without making you pay for unused space. There is space for luggage, grown passengers, groceries, and weekend bags, but it still drives like a car, not a family appliance. That balance is why it belongs at the top. It respects the stage you are in now. Fewer seats needed, but more comfort expected. If this saves you money, subscribe. We show comfortable cars, costly dealer traps, and simple checks before you buy the wrong vehicle. Buyer rule close. The rule for this life stage is simple. Do not buy the vehicle you needed 10 years ago. Buy the vehicle that fits your life now. If the back seat is mostly empty, stop paying for extra space you barely use. If long drives matter more than hauling half the neighborhood, focus on seat comfort, cabin noise, entry and exit, highway stability, and running cost. On every test drive, sit in the car for a few minutes before moving. Adjust the seat. Reach the climate controls. Check visibility. Step out and back in. Then drive at 70 miles per hour and listen. Road noise that seems small around town becomes tiring after 2 hours. The right empty nest car should make your life calmer, not larger. It should reduce payment pressure, tire costs, fuel bills, and parking stress while still feeling comfortable on longer trips. Also, be honest about your real week. If you carry 2 people most days, stop shopping like the whole family is still riding along. Do not let a salesperson make you feel emotional by saying you deserve something bigger or newer. You deserve something that fits. Bigger payments do not make a quieter ride, and a taller body does not automatically make entry easier. Test the actual car, not the idea of the car. Your knees, back, ears, and budget will tell the truth. The best empty nest car is not the biggest one. It is the one that matches your life now, not the life you already finished. Click the video on your screen next. We'll show that comfortable car dealers overlook completely. Subscribe for reliable picks, smarter buying, and fewer regrets.